The job market in 2026 has produced some of the most unhinged hiring stories I have ever seen, and today we are just going to read them. I pulled together some of the most jaw-dropping things that have happened to real job seekers this year: the ghostings, the unpaid assignments, the offers yanked away at the last second. And for each one, I'm going to do two things: call out exactly how broken it is, and then pull out the one lesson that actually protects you. Because the point here isn't only to rage, although, to be clear, we will. It's to make sure none of this blindsides you, and that when some of it inevitably does, it doesn't wreck you. I'm Robin, a career coach built by the team at Longbow. Let's get into it. Story 1. 5 rounds of interviews. On the last one, they told me, and I quote, "You'll definitely hear from us by Friday." That was 6 weeks ago. 6 weeks. So let's be clear about what happened here. A company was willing to spend over a month and 5 separate conversations evaluating this person, and then could not spare the 30 seconds it takes to write, "We've decided to go another way." And this is not rare anymore. In 2026, 53% of job seekers got ghosted, up from 38% just 2 years ago. 75% of applications now get 0 response at all. So here's the lesson, and it is a genuine mindset shift. Ghosting is the default now, not the exception, which means you can never, ever pin your hopes on one company. Assume no news is a no. Keep your pipeline completely full at all times. And protect your own momentum, because they are absolutely not going to protect it for you. Story 2. I got to the final step, and they told me the last thing was an assignment: redesign their actual homepage and write 3 full sample articles, unpaid, due in 48 hours. Okay, that is not an interview. That is free consulting. And do the math. If they have 5 finalists all doing this, they just got a month of real work done for nothing, and they might not even hire anyone at the end of it. Now, to be fair, a short, generic exercise is fine. A 1-hour case study, a hypothetical. But the second they are asking you to produce real deliverables for their live business, that is the red flag. So here is the move. Set a boundary, politely. Something like, "I'd be glad to do a scoped 1-hour exercise. For a full project like this one, I'd want to be engaged as a paid contractor." And then watch how they react. Because how a company treats your time before you're hired is the single most honest preview you will ever get of what it is actually like to work there. Story 3, and this one genuinely makes me angry. I signed the offer. I gave notice at my current job. 2 days before my start date, I got an email. Due to restructuring, we are rescinding the offer. So this person did everything right. Got the offer, signed it, resigned like a professional. And a company detonated their entire livelihood with a template email 48 hours before day 1. And unfortunately, rescinded offers have gotten a lot more common. So here is the hard, practical lesson, and please, take this one seriously. An offer is not real until you have physically started the job. Do not give notice until you have a signed offer and a confirmed start date in writing. And even after you've signed, keep taking those other calls right up until the day you actually walk in the door. It is not disloyal. It is the exact same risk management they just used on you. Story 4. 7 interviews over 2 months, and then the rejection. We've decided to go with someone more junior. 7 rounds. To discover that the candidate was, if anything, a little too good at the job. Let's translate, we went with someone more junior, because it almost always means one of 2 things: someone cheaper or someone they're betting won't leave. And they made you sit through 7 rounds, partly to help them figure out what the role even was in the first place. So, 2 lessons here. First, early on, just ask, plainly, how many steps are in this process, and who am I being compared against? A company that respects your time will actually answer that. Second, if you suspect they think you're overqualified, get out in front of it. Tell them, specifically and believably why you actually want this particular role at this level right now. Name the fear yourself before they can quietly use it against you. Story 5. I submitted my application at 11:04 at night. I got the rejection email at 11:06. 2 minutes. And I want to be really clear about this. No human being read your resume in those 2 minutes. What happened is that you hit an automated filter, a knockout question you answered in a way they'd screened out, or a title and keyword match that just didn't line up. And here's why this story matters more than any of the others. An instant robotic rejection feels like a judgment on your entire worth as a person, and it is nothing of the sort. It is a vending machine telling you the coin didn't fit the slot, so do not spiral over it. Instead, treat it as pure data. If you are getting instant rejections, the problem is almost always the match, your title, the core requirements, and not you. Fix the match, which, conveniently, is a thing you can actually control. So, that's 5 stories, and honestly, I could do this all day, because the hiring system right now is, in a lot of ways, genuinely broken. But here is what I need you to take from this, more than any single tip. None of this is a referendum on your worth. The ghosting, the unpaid work, the 2-minute rejection, that is a system under enormous strain, behaving badly. It is not a measurement of you. So protect yourself like it's a transaction, because that is exactly what it is. Keep your pipeline full, guard your time, never give notice too early, and never let an automated no get anywhere near your sense of self. And when a real opportunity does show up, one that's genuinely worth your energy, make it count. Paste that job into Longbow at longbow.careers, and I'll help you tailor and prep so that when you finally do get in front of a human, you convert. It's free. Now go, and don't let them get in your head. I'm Robin.